One of the big challenges that a lot of law firms have is really being able to understand their data. So, one of the tools that we help a lot of law firms create is a case value analytics tool because you probably have a ton of data in your law firm management system. But if you don't really know how to pull that data out and how to analyze it and break it down, it's not as helpful for you. So, something that we've done with quite a bit of law firms is what we call a case value analysis. And what it does is it takes tons of data in your system and we can break it down into specific areas so you can analyze things like average case value. You can look at your trends by practice area. You can look at your trends by attorney or by your paralegals. Because the reality of it is if you're looking into your law firm management system, and we did a data dump of a sample data from a law firm management system, and as you can see here, there's about 10 years worth of data in here. And to be honest, there's so much value here, but without being able to break this down and analyze it, it's not as useful for you yet. But with this case value analysis that we do, we took that 10 years worth of data and we were able to break it down to where we can see, all right, by practice area, we could tell this firm, here's what your revenue looks like by practice area based on all of your data. And we built this in a way to where if they wanted to look at just the last 12 months, or if they wanted to go further back in time, they can pull up and let's say they wanted to see how did we do this same time in 2021. The file automatically updates based on the data that they had during that time to where you can see what the trend, what the firm's trend was to see, hey, here's about how much revenue we were billing a month. And you can see where your trends and you can see what area were we spending more of our time. Now, we know that sometimes a firm may have a mix of billable hours as well as flat rate. So you can also look at it from a standpoint of the number of billable hours that you had in each category. So you can see where is our firm spending the most time? What types of cases are we spending the most time on? And we looked at things like their number of open cases. So this looks and says, okay, at each period that we're looking at, how many cases did we have open by practice area? And so this becomes a helpful tool. And then if you want to see it even more and you want to say, okay, all right, how did we look by our staff? So what we did here was we took some of that same data and we looked at all of their active employees and we said, okay, all right, we know that you did X amount of revenue in April of 2022, but where did that revenue come from? Which employees on your staff generated that revenue to where we can see how the entire team is performing to give you more data, more insight to understand like, hey, who on the team is really driving the revenue? What are they doing? And then if you want to take that a step further, let's look at Purple Cow, where you can drill down into that specific employee and you can see, well, what types of cases is that employee working on? And when you can start to see different things like this, what it does is it helps you understand, hey, what are the trends in my business? What are going on? And then one of the other things we can also do with this analysis is figure out what is your average case value and also what is the average amount of billable hours per case. Because when you're starting to talk and have conversations with your clients and with potential clients, they may ask, hey, what's the estimate of how much this will cost? Or maybe you want to start introducing flat fee rates. Well, if you don't know what your average case value or your average time length is, you may not know what estimate to give them, or you may not pick the right flat fee price. So this, like I say, analysis that we do, it provides a ton of value and it is something that our firm offers to law firms. So if you're in need of services of actually understanding your average case values or just analyzing your case data, period, this could be a great resource to really help you. We get it. Keeping track of your finances can seem pretty overwhelming when you're running a business. Achieving your financial goals in business should not be a guessing game. That's why it pays to work with someone that can take a hard look at your financial numbers and not add more stress to the balancing act of running your business. The T.O. Turner Group will provide a clear and concise explanation to your financial standing. The T.O. Turner Group will simplify finance and help you make smarter money decisions in your business.